In this chapter, we will learn about the general education or the Gen Ed curriculum. Why are the Gen Eds required? These courses provide a broad foundation of knowledge, skills, and values. This shapes our university knowledge and is of value in the business world. These courses provide a liberal education and promote lifelong learning. We want to make sure that our business students are well-rounded and that they graduate with more than just a knowledge of business. For example, a student might take a biology course to satisfy one of the requirements in the general education curriculum. While this course does not directly relate to business, the assignments and experiences in this classroom will enhance the skills of the business student, making the student more attractive to employers. In a biology lab, the student will gain teamwork experience, learn problem-solving skills, and become more knowledgeable about the field of biology. All of these skills are important and necessary for a career in business. At Fisher, all undergraduate students, regardless of specialization, receive the same degree, a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, also known as a BSBA. The diploma that you will receive as a business student shows BSBA, but it does not show your specialization. Your transcript will show your chosen area of specialization. This pyramid shows the degree requirements in the business curriculum. At the bottom section of the pyramid, you will see that it consists of Gen Eds and pre-major requirements. Pre-major requirements are taken in the first and second years at Ohio State. Gen Eds are usually started in the freshman year, but you may continue to take Gen Eds throughout your entire career at OSU. The middle section of the pyramid consists of the business core requirements. This is a group of classes that all business students are required to take. Business students will typically start the business core classes at the beginning of their junior year. The top of the pyramid consists of the specialization courses. Depending on your specialization, you might have anywhere from 15 to 27 credit hours required in your particular specialization. These courses are typically started in your junior or senior year. All requirements in the pyramid must be completed prior to graduation, and a total of 121 semester credit hours must be earned. Now we are going to focus on the Gen Ed requirements, or the bottom section of the pyramid on the previous slide. To see a full listing of all the Gen Ed courses available, please click on the link listed here. The first category of the Gen Ed curriculum is the Writing and Related Skills category. This requirement consists of two courses, English 1110, which is a first-year writing course, as well as a second-year writing course. English 1110 should be completed in your freshman year, and students can take the second writing course anytime after completing English 1110 and achieving sophomore status. Here is the list of courses under the Writing and Related Skills section of the Gen Ed curriculum. As you can see, you have a choice of several different courses to fulfill the second writing course requirement. All second writing courses are a 2, 3, 6, 7 level course. Quantitative and logical skills. This category of the Gen Eds includes several courses that are very important for business students. These courses should be taken in the freshman and sophomore years and should be completed in the sophomore year in order to remain on track for graduation. All business students are required to take math courses up through level 1131 or 1151. Math 1131 is business calculus, and 1151 is the standard university calculus. Business students are also required to take a computer science course called CSE 2111. This is a rigorous 3-credit-hour course that focuses on Microsoft Excel and Access. The skills learned in this course are imperative for business students. While CSE 1113 is also an option for business students, instead of 2111, it is not recommended. This course is only 1 credit hour, and unlike CSE 2111, it does not include a lab. It is an accelerated course that is meant for students with a lot of experience in Excel and Access. The prerequisite for these two CSE courses is Math 1130 or 1148. The next course requirement is Statistics 1430. Statistics 1430 is a 4-credit-hour course and cannot be taken until students have completed their final math course, either Math 1131 or 1151. The last course requirements in the Quantitative and Logical Skills section are Business Management 2320 and 2321. Business Management 2320 is a continuation of Stat 1430, so it should be taken immediately after. You must complete CSE and Stat 1430 prior to taking Business Management 2320 and 2321. Also, Business Management 2320 is not a prerequisite for Business Management 2321. These courses may be taken simultaneously. Foreign language. Foreign language courses are not required for business students unless you are an international business major. If you are majoring in international business, you must complete foreign language through course level 1103. International students who are majoring in international business are waived from the foreign language requirement if their native language is not English. If you take foreign language courses and you are not majoring in international business, a foreign language course at level 1102 or higher may be used to satisfy your Culture and Ideas Gen Ed category. We will go over this Gen Ed category in a later slide. Social diversity and global studies. These Gen Ed categories are unique because they may be overlapped with other Gen Ed requirements. On the Gen Ed course list, all courses marked with a plus sign are social diversity courses, and all courses marked with an asterisk are global studies courses. Students are required to complete at least one social diversity course and at least 2 global studies courses. Here is the list of social diversity courses taken from the Gen Ed course list. Notice that all courses have the plus sign next to them. You will also see these courses listed in a variety of different categories across the Gen Ed course list as they can overlap. For more information on overlapping courses, please refer to the lecture on overlapping courses. Here is the list of global studies courses. Notice the asterisk next to each course in the list. Similar to social diversity, all global studies courses can be found listed in other Gen Ed categories. A single course may be overlapped between global studies and one other Gen Ed category. The next Gen Ed category is natural sciences. All business students are required to take 3 natural science courses for a total of 10 hours. Students must take 1 physical science, 1 biological science, and 1 science with a lab. The third science with lab may be either biological or physical. So for example, students could take 2 biological science courses and 1 physical course, as long as one of the 3 has a lab. Students could also take 2 physical sciences and 1 biological science, as long as one has a lab. Here is the list of natural sciences found in the Gen Ed course packet. The courses are divided into biological sciences and physical sciences. Any course with an L next to it is a lab course. Lab sciences are usually 4 to 5 credit hours. Social science. The social science category in the Gen Ed curriculum consists of 2 courses, Economics 2001.01 and Economics 2002.01. Students should complete Econ 2001.01 as soon as possible because it is a prerequisite for another important business course, Accounting 2200. Students may choose to take additional social sciences, but it is not required. Any additional social sciences taken may be counted in the open options category, which we will go over later. Here is the list of social sciences from the Gen Ed course list. In bold, you can see the Econ 2001 and 2002 course requirements listed. If you want to choose a social science to use as an open option, you can choose any course from this list. Notice that several of the social sciences have plus signs or asterisks next to the course number. Remember that these courses may be overlapped with the social diversity Gen Ed requirement or the global studies Gen Ed requirement. Arts and humanities. This Gen Ed category consists of 4 courses, 1 history, 1 literature, 1 visual and performing art, and a breadth course. The breadth course may be another history, different from above, a culture and ideas course, or a foreign language course at level 1102 or higher. All students are required to take these 4 courses in order to graduate. Here is the list of history and literature courses taken from the Gen Ed course list. Students must take 1 class from each category. Here is the list of visual and performing arts courses taken from the Gen Ed course list. 1 course from this list is required. Here is the list of breadth course options. Remember that students must take 1 culture and ideas course, or a second history course, or a foreign language at level 1102 or higher. For history course options, please see slide 18. The final Gen Ed requirement is the open option requirement. All students are required to take at least 2 open option courses. These courses may be selected from any Gen Ed category. They may not overlap with another Gen Ed category unless it is with social diversity or global studies. Think of this as your chance to take whatever Gen Eds you would like. Besides choosing another Gen Ed course, students have some other options for completing the open options requirement, such as education abroad, service learning, or by taking a cross-disciplinary seminar. Please see sections B, C, and D under the open options category on the Gen Ed course list. This is section D on the Gen Ed course list under open options. Section D is a list of cross-disciplinary seminars that may be taken to satisfy the open option requirement. Remember that students are required to take at least 2 open options. That concludes the list of Gen Ed requirements. Please keep in mind that all Gen Ed requirements must be completed prior to graduation. You are free to complete these requirements at any time between your freshman and senior year. Remember that Gen Ed courses cannot overlap with another Gen Ed category unless it is overlapping with social diversity or global studies.